All right, guys, welcome to Full Chest. My name is Divine Igovie. I'm your big deal. And this is Full Chest. We have a full house, really full house. Everybody's here. Mayo is here. Prince is here. Say your name again. Yeah? Spartan is here. Oh, and my Eli Bide is here. It's always Eli Bide. I'm the only one who is allowed to call him Bide. With me today is I don't worry, I'll get to you. It's Ogiva. Okay, so from the first day I saw Ogiva, I've always had a crush on Ogiva. Yeah, he's on my show. He's shocked that I'm saying it. I've told Ogiva most of the nastiest things you can ever think about, but
I was there.
Bra is so strong. Don't worry, I'm just flirting. Anyway, but I still like him anyway, just like the way I like Don Jazzy.
I love you.
Yeah, I love you too. I've begged you, let's get down, but you don't want to. I don't know why.
I love you.
Let's.
I feel like I shouldn't be here.
No, you should be there so that I don't kiss him in the middle of the show. So you're like more like our referee.
Okay, all right,
Okay, so then with me is no stranger. Her name is Eno Jerry. She is the crooner of Real Talk with EJ.
Hi, guys.
So she's here. And today, the reason why I picked EJ is because EJ sometimes can be very spiritual. Girls switch up on me most times, and I'm like, girl, take it. Wait, I saw another version like some minutes ago. Who is this? But anyway, that's why EJ is here. And Ogiva, my love, is also here because Ogiva has a way of analyzing situations that you are like, bruh. I was looking at it as white. You just made me feel like this is gray. So anyway, guys, today on the Full Chest, we are going to be... Don't do that. So today on Full Chest, we are going to be talking about something that I really don't know, but church folks are not going to be happy with me. But it's something we need to talk about so that some people who have stayed away from church might eventually find their way back, but except Eli. Anyway... today on the show, we are going to be talking about something that has to do with the church. Now, I have seen a lot of talented people in church, but they don't ever use their talent to, should I use the word grow the church or work in church? Now, there's been a lot of controversies or a lot of talks. Some people say, if I have to work for the church, I will not do it free. You have to pay for my talent, especially instrumentalists. Initially, I never used to understand why churches pay instrumentalists. I feel like when you're a church member, you should be able to devote your service to the church. But then again, some other persons will argue, like myself, and say, family make the business grow. And church is a place where church is like my second family after my immediate family. So family help the business to grow. Now, that's why I have EJ and Ogiva here. Ogiva is a multi-talented individual, as well as EJ. And I know that EJ is a worker in church. I don't know if she's being paid. Ogiva, I don't know if Ogiva goes to church. I wish I had Ella on this table, but Bide refused to join me today. Anyway, I will start with EJ. Do you feel like it's wrong for church to pay their members to work in the house of God?
Okay, I don't think so, because a lot of these artists or talented people, they probably have no other source of income. So coming to the house of God, serve, like it's okay to serve, but if I know that I don't have a source of income and you're coming to get me to come and do something for you, I believe like a little stipend should go along with, because a lot of these musicians, a lot of these artists, they don't have any other place they can go to. So the house of God is like a house of refuge. I go there, I do what I need to do, and I can't go back home hungry.
So in a situation, let me get Ogiva to jump on that before I ask the next question.
Okay, like you earlier said, family makes the business grow, right? So we're family, and what's the business here? The church. So if the church has to grow, it doesn't have to be detrimental to my own growth, right? And if we're family, you should ensure that I'm growing.
Okay.
Right? So thinking that I shouldn't get paid for my creative services is wrong. For me, I think we should come to that standpoint where maybe you say you want to be a pastor, and I'm good with the keys. But before you start your ministry, I'm like, okay, Divine, in your church, I'm going to render my keys playing to serve God. It's a different thing from you knowing that I'm good with the keys and calling me to come play in your church. My point here is, it depends on the rapport you have with the instrumentalist. If I be pastor,
I think we should use general talent.
yeah, if I'm a pastor, right, and I know you play keys, she plays drums, Eli plays the guitar, right? I know I cannot be paying you. I should be able to offer you something worth that your time.
Do you agree that church is a business?
It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be,
That's
but
a
obviously it
tricky
is.
one.
It shouldn't be, but obviously it is.
A lot of pastors say church is an NGO, we are non-profit. But people pay tithes, people put offering. Money
And
is
you see,
coming
the
in.
idea of the tithes
Is that
is-
not a business?
No, but
because NGOs get donors. Now you have us a lot of persons who are
volunteer.
obligated to pay their tithes.
Yeah.
Is that not a business?
There's tithe paying.
It has to. You have a church. People are paying tithe. What keeps the church going? What do you use to buy the instruments? What do you use to repair the instruments? What do you use to paint? What do you use to give to someone
You
that
don't paint
comes?
every day.
No. But I'm saying, but
You
they
don't buy
still
instruments
but
every day.
there are still things that needs to be well.
Well, if we need to
To
put
keep the
things on
church
table,
running, to keep
if
it
we need-
running.
If we need to put things on the table, like you're saying, we have to go back to the drawing board. What's the idea of the tithe? The tithe is 10% of earnings from individuals to the Levites. The Levites are the people who serve in the temple, right? So if that includes the pastor, that includes me.
Includes you.
How?
Because I'm serving.
Okay, yes, that includes
Okay,
you who's
okay.
serving in the
Yes.
church.
Yeah.
So that means it's still,
So
if we're
if
still
you-
going to go back to the drawing board, it still says that the church is a business.
Okay, so no,
The church is a business. Money is, as long as there's an exchange of money.
the money- the money is not
business.
for
No.
value.
See, business in that sense, is like business is buying and selling something.
No, but
there is
if-
no buying and
There's no
selling
buying
of
and
anything
selling.
in the
There's no
church. So it
exchange
can't
of
be.
value-
There's no exchange of
value for
anything.
services.
So it's like I come to church,
I'm
I pay my
happy with the
tithe,
way I'm-
and to keep the place running. This is like
Yeah.
my own contribution to
Contribution,
keep
my
this
little
place
token.
running. Yeah,
So
my little
it's not a
token.
business.
It's
not a
not a
business.
business.
So
I don't
if
think
it's not a
business.
business, instrumentalists, talented individuals in the church should not get paid.
No, they
Because
should.
it is not a
No,
business.
You're not
No.
paying me for my talent. You're paying me for my time. I could get creative anywhere.
Okay. So do you agree with the school of thought that says when you give to the house of the Lord that you'll be blessed?
When you pay me, I can pay my tithes from there.
Okay,
So
let's
okay,
break down what
you-
payment
let's
means.
break the-
let's break down what payment means.
I'm the lead vocalist in church, and I'm
Yeah.
being paid to be the lead vocalist in church.
So
Now, I'm coming to sing in church. I feel like if I'm being paid to come and sing in church, how am I going to be blessing people when I'm paid to do it?
So
You can
it's
do
so
it a
it's
lot of
no,
ways.
but it's the intent though. So if you're coming to sing,
Because I'm obviously doing it because of the money.
that's the thing. So I mean, like, it's not wrong for the church to say, okay, you know what, you sang for us today. Take this to support you,
No, what-
to sustain you.
But if I want an agreement, I want an agreement.
let-
So now the question is, are you going to church so that you can get, are you doing these things in church so you can get paid, or your intention for actually doing it is to serve God, and then what comes out of that is a bonus for you,
No, the
like
thing
the
is-
money.
the
I'm
thing is, this
the
is
one
it.
doing the interview.
This is it. You can
fine.
pay me, right? My service to God might be helping some lady in my hood, right?
Okay.
How do I do that? I need to get paid for my services. Like, it mustn't be in that particular gathering that I have to serve God, right? Because I was where I was, and he said, "Come teach my choir."
Okay.
I have my responsibilities.
Okay, so now let me
My
also.
service
Okay,
to
I
God
see what
might
you
What
be-
mean.
about the choir members?
Now,
The
th-
people
that- I
in
was
the
coming-
choir,
I was
the people
coming
who
to
are
that. I was
ushers,
coming
the
to that.
people who are.
It's a different ball game that I have my thing going. Maybe I'm an engineer,
Yeah.
but I'm also talented.
Yeah.
I'm creative.
Yeah.
And I go to pastor and say, "Yo, daddy, every Sunday I'll play keys for you.
Yeah.
Or
right?
daddy, I'll help fix the
Every
sound.
day I'll go and play keys for
Yeah.
you." Or every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday I'll come teach the choir.
Yeah.
It's a different ball game from
Yeah.
when you're
Yeah,
calling me as
church.
a pastor and say, "EJ, I know you're good with singing. I want you to come and teach my choir." There should be something drawn out for that
Yeah.
time. I leave other things to do to
Yeah.
come and do that.
Yeah.
It's not like I don't want to serve God.
So do you
So
feel?
for someone like me, I pay my tithe to my local parish,
Yeah.
even if I'm in Lagos.
Yeah.
I pay my tithe to my local parish here in Uyo. That's where my tithe goes.
Yeah.
So you pay your tithe.
Yes. So if I'm
It's not
coming,
need to ask Ije. I know she pays her tithe.
so if I'm coming back to Uyo, I do not expect my baby parish
Yeah.
to be able to afford me. So what do? On Sundays, if I don't come early to join the choir, I just go into the drum stand. I'm familiar with most of the hymns. What are we playing today? And I get on the keys.
Yeah.
That's me making myself available to serve.
Let me even ask, the people that are rendering these services, are they members of the church or they are just invited? Because if you are, I get your point of, okay, if you're inviting someone, come and teach my choir, and then I pay you a certain amount of money. But if you're a member of a church, back to your point, it's the family that makes the business grow. If I'm a member of a church and I know that, okay, the church needs, like I'm a church worker, I work in the media, and I know I'm in the media field. Okay, the church needs a good photographer. I'm good with photography. I will gladly render that, not because I want to get paid, because I know that I see a need and I see how me rendering that service is going to meet that need and solve that problem. So that's my own way of saying, okay, God, you gave me this talent. I'm going to come in and serve in your church. Whatever comes out of that is a blessing for me. And even in doing that, in a way, it helps me to even practice my own craft in a way.
Okay, so what if someone is in your shoes, like you said, you go come back, you know that the church cannot afford to pay you, but the individual wants to get paid? Is anything wrong?
There's
The
nothing
person
wrong.
asking,
There's-
say,
there's nothing
I'm
wrong
going
with
to
that.
be in church for every service. No matter what I'm doing, I'm going to make myself
Yeah.
available so I can do this. But I want us to put a fee to it.
I
To
think it's that
enable
person's-
me.
To enable me
be available.
Yes, and be
It's,
committed.
I think it's that person's prerogative, really. That's how they want to
So-
approach that. So that's
do you,
on
do,
them.
do you feel like the person is going to be blessed
Yes.
for
Yes.
saying
Your-
that?
God
Or,
blesses.
or God is going to be looking at the person like, yo, I gave you that talent. Yo, you want my son to
You
pay
see,
you
God,
for that?
God is not petty. We have to clear that fact. God is not petty.
Okay.
You know, you might have all the talent and choose not to serve. You know, but the
When
thing
you
is,
choose not to serve,
there are
let's-
consequences for not serving.
okay.
Yeah.
No, we have to look at the story of the talents. The person who hid his talents, they got the
Yeah.
talents and gave it to the person who maximized his talent. So
Yeah.
it's basic.
Yeah. But the intention, though. So, are you going to serve? Because I feel like
Let
God,
it be that I choose to want to serve, or I just remain in the congregation.
So I'm going to church. I'm saying, okay, God, I want to go to church to make money from the church. I'm not going to church to go serve. So
No,
that's
I'm not
for
going
me
to
is
church
the
to make
intention
money.
for
I'm
me.
making
So
money
why are
from-
you going?
I'm
why are
making
you
money
going
from
there?
my creativity. I'm making money from my talent. It's different from I'm going to church to make money.
Okay.
So are you okay? Are you the one that approached it? Okay, the church approached you.
Yes.
Come and
what if
do
it's
this
what
for
if
me.
it's the other way
You-
around?
You went to the church and said, okay, I want to
You are
pray
a
for you
member
guys.
of the church, and you
You
notice
feel
that the
led.
sound.
You feel led that you can do this
let's leave
particular thing.
let's leave the spirit part
No,
of
it's
it.
an intent. It's
I'm,
from the
I'm,
inside.
I'm,
From
I'm in the
inside.
church. I have seen that the sound in church is bad, but I walk up to pastor and say, I want to be in charge of the sound department. I want to ensure that there's a good sound, but I want to be paid for what I'm about to do. Is that wrong?
There's nothing wrong with that.
You saw a need,
And you
I
want
feel
to
like
you want to meet the need, but you want a fee.
we've already established that the church is not a business. So if you're going to a not like a,
You
a-
don't-
an
you- you
institution that is not a business to say, okay, I want to come and render a service at a fee. It's like how do
No,
you
it's
how
basic.
do you
The thing
how
is,
do you look
this
at us?
fee is not like you're paying me for anything extra. For every time I'm going to come to church to get that done, I'll need transportation.
Yeah.
You know, those kind of things.
They're
There are
like,
things
you're
I
not
need
really
to buy. There
okay.
are things I need to get from time to time that I can't come to you every time.
Yeah.
So this thing should be offsetted for.
Then it's
So,
not.
but
Then
what
it's, then it's not service. Then it's just. It's
But I
just.
don't know,
it's
I
a-
don't know,
it's
I
a
don't
money
agree
making
with
venture
you.
for you.
No. The service is me
I don't-
spending my time to get that job
I don't
done.
agree, because if I'm supposed to be paid for the job outside of the church premises,
I'll
I
definitely
know
make more.
I would know what my worth would
Yes.
be.
But this one, I'm
for
telling
me,
you to put
coming
a
to the
charge
to say, put
to
a fee
enable
to
me
it,
get
yes,
this done.
and make me
You know,
committed.
basically like me getting you to snap in my church.
Yeah.
I need to help you get your stuff to
Yeah.
church like every Sunday
Yeah.
and offload them and take them back.
Yeah.
You know, I do not expect you to fuel that car.
Okay, so like let me throw the question again. So, for example, your dad has a business, your parents have businesses, and your parents sent you to school. You come back and they say, "Come and give me your business management skills. I said
So
that I would like to get paid for that.
I said
because
no.
Definitely, my father.
I said this from the very beginning.
My
I said this
father,
from the very
my father
beginning.
should pay.
Yes.
For
He's
my
paying
service.
me for my time.
He's paying me for my time. I went to school. You trained me. I've gone to school. I am
appreciate
back.
that.
I appreciate that. That's your responsibility as a father.
Let
to
it
send
be
me
that
to
I
school.
step up by myself
Okay,
to say,
so
Daddy,
I'm working
your
for
company
you.
lacks managerial positions.
Yes.
Let me take over that.
All right, guys. So yeah, you mentioned that fathers.
Yeah.
If I'm working for my father should be able to pay me.
Or should you
is the-
ask your
is he
dad to
obliged-
pay
is he
you?
obliged to pay you?
My
if
dad-
you're
see,
working
see,
in the company.
My father would pay me.
Because if he's not
My
paying
mother-
me, I'll go
my
and
mo-
get paid somewhere else to take care of
Exactly.
myself.
Because I need
Yeah.
to be paid. How am I going to survive? How am I going
That
to
payment
keep
is
looking
more like
pains?
commitment
I-
to make me available.
The truth is, I don't think I would even want to work that work on full time. I'll do it on part time. I'll come and play supervision. If you're not going to pay me, I'll do supervisory role. I'll come once in a while. Maybe if I'm an accountant, I'll come and check the books and ensure that. And I'll do that at my spare time. I'm not obligated to
Like,
doing
you
it.
can't
I've just
control me to do it.
exactly.
Yeah.
But
I can't do 8 to 5 for
I
that.
think every individual, whether church, whether I don't know, but if you want the best out of people,
Yeah.
if you want the best out
should
of
be
their
commitment.
services, especially for creatives, you need there has to be financial commitment. There's nothing
Yeah.
Or
like
value exchange. What I
exactly.
mean is,
There's- I
Yeah.
don't like when people, especially church do that a lot. They want to
Mental
always
blackmail.
say yes. They'll say
You're doing it
you
for
are
the Lord.
sowing
Emotional
it. You
black-
are sowing it as a seed in the house of God.
Then if-
Let me
I
be
think-
the
no,
one
I
to
think- I
decide
know-
what I want to
No, I think
sow.
that that's just taking
or
advantage.
You
I
two, you
think-
don't get paid, right? Yes. Or you two, the pastor saying that
Yeah.
I'm sowing a seed to God by playing or by getting creative or by using my talent. You two shouldn't get paid.
Yeah.
You should be probably a doctor, a
I think-
teacher,
I
or an
think-
engineer
see,
somewhere.
But seriously, I feel like pastors should not go into full-time ministry. Nobody does
Why?
that
No, no, no,
anymore.
no. It's
Why
not like
should
it's
you?
not.
Why
it's not-
should you have a full-time? Why should you be a pastor full-time?
No,
Have a
if-
business.
No, the thing is,
Or have yes.
have a
even-
business is
have
an
a bus-
option. Have a business is an.
See,
Not everybody's gonna excel
do-
at business.
Wait, do
You
if-
get me?
Exactly.
Even,
Like,
even if it's
you
not
do
going to
what
be
you're-
business,
you
do
but
what you're
have
strong
at. If you're going to be
something that will
pastor-
give you money on the
No, if
side
you're gonna be
instead of
pastor,
depending
this is what I have to
on
say.
what the church or what the ministry would have to bring to you. Bring
this
for
is what
you.
I have to say.
I've seen it. Sorry, I've seen a lot of pastors who are more of evangelists and apostles. They're
Yeah.
always traveling. They always have something on the side that pays their bills instead of being on the edge. Yes, we know that God will provide for you, but don't put yourself on the edge.
Yeah.
Exactly. I feel like it's pastors who decide to go into full-time ministry that always expect that people who have talent should come and work for the church for free.
It's not
Because
even
you're
that.
doing it doesn't mean that
no,
another
no,
person
it's not
should
even
do
that.
it.
I don't think any church has ever openly said, "Come and work for me for free."
No, they do.
So
It's gonna shock you.
No, do. See,
not
this is
that
my
I
point.
know of.
If you're just gonna be a pastor, then you live as a result of that. What I mean is, you can't go extra because, like, what's giving you that extra money to get a jet? What's giving you that money to get a Bentley? You should just
people donate, people give,
accept,
people, yeah.
accept on that basis. You get me?
But how
Not trying
would
to cajole other people to be in your shoes.
So I think
It's a personal thing, but even if you
Because
choose
you're
to
left
be
you're left
full-time,
with the option of actually getting something else to finance your basic lifestyle.
Yeah.
Let it be that I'm okay with what I'm doing, I'm an engineer, but I love to preach.
Yeah.
I use the money I make from my NMPC job to travel around the world, to do revival, to do evangelism, to do TED Talks.
yeah.
Whatever I choose to do with it.
Yeah.
whatever you choose to do
So,
with
for me
yourself,
to
but
be a
don't
creative and
be
talented,
dependent
let
on
it be-
what
I
the church has to
no,
provide for you.
I think most churches, at least the ones that I know, I think they usually have a purse where they say, okay, this is what we're going to put aside for people that are willing to, like, that would need to get paid for.
That's an establishment that is well
that is
organized. There must be a
and
system.
there are people that are willing to, like, volunteer. It's like, you know what, I want to just come and serve. But for those that want to come and get paid for it, I don't think churches will be like, no, I'm not going to pay you for that.
Should
no,
do it for the Lord.
they
Yes,
should
I know.
do
I know.
it for
I know
the Lord.
churches.
They are.
I know churches that are well structured. They are well. Their structure is well defined.
Yeah.
That nothing is lacking, nothing is wanting, nothing is missing.
Churches
I
should-
feel that churches. I feel like the church structure, even back in the days,
Had a
was
system.
had a system, and that's
Yeah.
most of the
A
system,
working system.
a working system, and even the government of the day had to copy their system to implement in governance. So
Yeah.
if the outside world can come into the church and copy the system, I don't see any reason why a pastor would want to work full time and not have a side hustle. I don't see why a church should not
What if
pay
the church
creative.
is paying them well?
Well, I also, for how long? I know of a pastor, there was a saga in the church, and when the pastor was asked to leave, we found out that the man didn't even have a car to his name. But while he was a pastor, he had security around him. He doesn't even have a house to his name. Yes, he was being taken care of. He was being, he was giving everything. But when he had to vacate that seat for someone else to come in, as due to scandals and all of that, man left with nothing. But if man was at the point of committing suicide.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But if he had a side hustle, if he was leaving, he would leave, and he knows that he has something to fall back on. They gave him quick notice to leave the house. That church was paying for him.
Back in the day, the priesthood were just centered on 7, right? But now I'm sure it's a different ball game.
See,
I can be a doctor,
and
I'm still serving God.
Yeah.
That's why you have there's this school I went to in Lagos. I don't want to do advert for them, but I know that 80% of the staff who are in that school are either priests or what do you call them, sisters, or they are normal individuals like you and I, but they use their talents to fund the church. So I don't want to mention the name of the church, but they use their talent. They have their other side hustle. They get paid from other things, but a chunk of their money, and these people are very wealthy, even if a chunk is coming out from them, but they are still in a very wealthy place. So what's wrong if the church is paying?
This person is already working and earning money and serving in church and still wants the church to pay for that service. So you're already making money. I believe those that should or could get paid.
You just twisted it there.
Exactly.
The point is, I'm wealthy and I'm in a congregation.
Yeah.
I see a need for my talent.
And I go
If
to
I'm
offer.
okay, I won't ask the pastor for anything. Like I'm not Pharaoh. I'm not. Nobody is like all that.
Yeah.
You get me? But I do this thing. And there is a point of contact from you to me to come and do this thing. No matter how wealthy I am, please, I beg you with all due respect, your congregation is going to pay me.
As a church member or as just someone that just...
No, I said a
as
point
a
of contact. Like,
okay.
you know that
But
if I'm in a congregation...
What if you're a church member? What if you're in a church member?
Yeah.
That depends on how well I am to do. Because for every time I'm going to be serving there, I'm depriving myself of that time to actually hustle for what I want for myself. Okay. I can be talented, I can be a good chorister, but I need food on my table.
Yeah.
So instead of me doing like janitor work at a restaurant or hotel,
I go to churches and sing every Sunday.
You just go and sing.
And I
so
get
okay, good.
I mean, like I go to different churches every Sunday and sing.
Lead.
And my pastor should not expect that, yes, because I sing good, I should come and sit down and every Sunday I minister in your church. Because I know that there are lots of, I don't want to mention church, but I know that there's some certain church, is even now that they've become liberal.
Yeah.
They don't allow their famous choristers to go and minister in other churches. If you have to go, you have to go through a lot of scrutiny, and the bill they give to the host church, it is outrageous. The bills they give to the host church, you are going to be like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
So now, doesn't all this defeat the concept of how serving God? I believe the concept of tithing is not just about the 10% of your money. It's 10% of everything that you have.
Okay.
10% of your time, 10% of your talent.
For me,
tithing
can be
in
more than
everything,
10%.
in everything that you
Tithing-
have, what are you giving to God? Say, God, this is just for you. I'm not going to charge for it. I'm just going to give it to you.
So what if I'm very talented and I choose not to, and I'm being paid to work somewhere else, but I choose that I'm not going to pay this tithes, 10%, quote and unquote.
Yeah.
Instead, I will contribute to working in church.
And wanting to get paid?
No.
and not wanting to get, I choose to work in church during service days. Maybe I'm a security personnel, I'm an SSS or DSS or a detail person. I know that every Sunday in church, I will come and play that service in church. Or I'm a chorister, or I'm a professional musician. And I choose that every Sunday I would be in the choir. Every Wednesday I'll be in choir when I can. But I don't want to pay tithes. Because me devoting my talents that God has given to me to the church is already 10%. It's already it's my 10% to the church.
For me,
so is that twisted?
Yes, for me, tithing it shouldn't be tied to 10%, despite the fact that it's seen to be 10%.
Yeah.
God go bless me, and I want to do 20.
Yeah.
I want to do 30. I want to give God 50%.
No. God is even saying, I just want 10.
Yes, he wants 10, but
just want 10. But
he
you can go beyond 10. You can go beyond 10. Yeah.
Like to me, I want to give 50.
So what if I don't want to give the 10%? And I know that every Sunday in church cooks for.
That's
wait,
for you.
yes, now wait.
From God,
no. Church cooks for maybe 1,000 people, and I charge say 100,000 or 200,000 to just
make
cook
that kind of food.
Yes. Church, just buy the ingredients and give to me. I will cook and bring, but I will not be paying tithe because that is my 10%.
Yes,
so you've classified your tithe to that particular thing.
Yes, that's she having, let's say, some sort of agreement with God on a personal level that this is how I'm going to give back.
What is tithing? Let's go back to
10% of harvest.
Of harvest.
Yes.
Of harvest.
Okay, so I already see that Sunday I'm supposed to cook and make that 10% I'm supposed to make the 10% I'm supposed to pay to the church. But I now choose not to. Instead, I devote it to cooking.
To service.
To service. Can I not? Can tithes not be paid in a service way?
Yes.
Or I'm coming to sing in church.
Or is it
I'm
tied to monetary value?
That's what I want to find out. So, is tied to monetary value or substance?
I like what you did there. Not that the Bible says, like, bring your tithe, there be food in my house. We are using the cooking as
service.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I see what you did there, Divine.
I don't know what you're talking about. But guys, we need to wrap this up. So for me, I feel like church should learn to pay for people's talent. Don't cajole people to say God will bless you. I'm already blessed. Let's not forget, I can be rich whether I'm a Christian or I'm not a Christian.
Yeah.
My blessing is not tied to what I give.
Yes, my blessings, your becoming successful is not tied to Christianity. That's why you see.
Even the richest countries they don't
They
pray.
are not Christians. So.
See, no.
Let's go to Dubai now. Those people are Muslims. And the place is so beautiful.
What I don't know, what
Africa
I don't like
is a very religious continent.
What I don't like,
we don't have light.
We don't.
We use God as an excuse to do foolish things, to just act foolishly. Bible says wisdom is profitable to direct. If you are saying I'm just a Christian, there are principles attached to being wealthy. There are principles. So if you are not obeying the principles of wealth, what's the principles of wealth? Giving is the principles of wealth. Investing.
Is it tied to tithes?
It's part of it.
Is it tied is it tied to the fact that you are cajoling me to come and drop my talent in church?
I don't think any church cajoles anybody.
This is why
when people pay tithes and offerings.
Exactly.
No, when people pay tithes and offerings, I believe that the churches keep it aside and then they use it to run the church. What runs the church? Media runs the church. The choir runs the church. Instrumentalists. These are the things that keeps the church running. So I don't think any church will collect that and just say, come and do it for free, we pocket it. I think that money we gather is to service these people.
Okay, what's your last point?
Well, for me, let it be I choose to serve. But at every point in time, I'm going to do what's best for me. I'm going to hustle so that I'll be wealthy enough to say, our new church building, I'm building it by myself.
Exactly.
Serve. The important thing is to serve. If you have gifts, go and deliver your gifts.
So I'm a church girl. I think this is like the first time most of you are hearing me say it. I'm a church girl.
You are?
Mine has been a church girl. Dad is a priest.
Okay, but long and short is I believe in serving in the house of God, but I also believe that the church should be able to pay for the talent that is servicing the church. Now, this will enable a lot of people. I know a lot of individuals who have refused.
Dedicated.
Yes, this will enable them to be dedicated. Especially, you see those crazy ones who you say, we're always complaining. Let me even use this point. We're always complaining that the good ones are leaving the church. I remember one day from a pastor, he was saying, oh, Don Jazzy was a drummer in church. The Banch was this in church. One day Cole was that. You are naming people who were in church. What did the church do to keep these people? Did the church pay for that musical session for them?
Did they help them grow?
Studio time. Did you give them studio time?
Did you help them grow?
Did you help them
that
grow?
talent?
I know.
Now, the outside world valued their talent and
paid
paid
for
them
it.
more.
No,
Now they have stepped out.
I don't think so. I believe church is a process. All these people, they will tell you, I went through church and church trained me. Because for that
why
stage,
did they leave?
So,
Why did they? It's a topic for
process.
another
No,
day.
it's a process. It's a process.
So
It's
why is the church process taking longer than the
no.
world
See,
process?
process.
See, they are
Because it takes like 2 to 3, 6 months.
No,
Then you
the
see someone that will
church-
say, "I
the
believe
church
in
is
this
like
your talent,"
see,
and is ready to take you up for
Yeah,
for
but
a
you're not
bigger
going to
stage.
sing gospel song for me.
Listen, the church is like a hospital for wounded souls. The hospital stays. People come in and leave. So when you come in, you get healed, get what you need to get, gather your
can't
knowledge, and then you proceed. And then, but while you were there, have you created like Don Jazzy? I'm sure Don Jazzy must have trained 1 or 2 people, brought people up. When he left, someone else took
But
over from
That's
him.
spec-
that's
no, it's
like-
speculation.
so
There are
is the
chances
whole-
that he did nothing.
There are
He
chances-
left
You
out
don't know
of
that.
anger. No,
Wait,
there
you
are chances.
let me- don't know that.
No, there are
A lot
chances.
of these musicians, a lot of talented people you see that are no longer attached to any church, if they tell you their story of what the church has done for them, I'm not supporting them. I also believe that the church is a hospital. Everybody, and when you see someone in church, just know that the person is only coming to collect a dose of his or her healing. But then we that are the church, I'm the church, you're the church, you're the church.
Yeah.
It's not the building.
Yeah.
We have to ensure that we make the place conducive. It's a mandate on everybody. It's not a mandate on just the pastor
Yeah.
or the head of department. That's why I say I'm a church person. But then the church, people in leadership in the church should begin to rise up and take the stake.
Yeah.
See, if the truth is that they are not putting the system in the right place to grow a lot of talent. That's why talents are rushing out. You see, most of these G boys, they are church boys. So they come to church, they have studied, they know the system, they are good with the internet, they are good with the cyber world. But has the church told them, come, let's use this knowledge that you know of the cyber world and all of that. Let's promote the church online.
We'll send it to France
Yeah.
to learn this websiting thing
yes,
on a larger scale. You won't be an ingrate to say, I'm not going to serve the
So
church.
that's
Exactly.
so the church is investing. So what if the church does that and not pay you? So we're going to invest in you. We're going to send you out for trainings, but we don't necessarily have to pay you for this because you're
Sending
already
me out
investing.
for, sending
when
me
you-
out for
when you-
training
when you
is
send me for
exchanging value for my time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When I
That's
come,
basically the
when I
point
come
here.
back from learning all what I'm going to learn, I'm not working full time for the church.
Yeah.
I would definitely set up the church
I'll
system.
dedicate my time.
I would dedicate my time. But because how does the church expect me to survive if I'm working full time free for the church? Come
Yeah.
on, it's not. It can't work. But anyway, guys,
I don't think
this
anybody
is
works
where
full-time
we would draw the curtain. This subject we can't.
There
end
has
it
to be a
today.
part 2 of this conversation.
Exactly, but I feel I'm already having people volunteering to come into part 2. But anyway, I will also still agree with Ogiva. The church should pay for people's talents. EJ, I agree with you. Pay your tithes. Do all what you need to do. Serve.
Choose to serve.
Choose to serve,
Yeah.
but don't cajole people to serve, because when
Yeah.
you cajole them to serve, the minute they find out that you're using them, they walk
Yeah.
away. They become bitter. I was almost at that point.
Yeah.
Pay people for their talent. That's why God gave them the talent, so that they can use it to
Make
survive.
wealth.
Yes, and make wealth for themselves.
Yeah.
Anyway, I love you guys. Please ensure to hit the subscribe button below. Thank you, EJ.
Thank you, baby
Oh,
girl.
give her my darling. We are priest children, but I
Thank
have a
you
crush
for
on him.
having me.
Guys,
No,
let's-
see,
let's keep
don't
it-
put
let's
us
keep it
under.
PG. Let's keep
See,
it
the
PG.
only reason why I haven't humped on Ogiva is
Because I'm here.
I have my rights as a human being.
Exactly, like-
no, but Ogiva, one day
You have
he
to pass
opened-
through me first.
He
so
openly
you're-
said that that no woman has ever made pass at him, and me telling him that I like him, he was like, "Does this really exist, bro?" Yeah, it does. It does. It does. I like you, bro, but you know now.
My love language is money.
He keeps saying that. I mean, I don't get money to give man to job. Anyway, guys, I love you all. Peace out. This
Thank
is
you.
Full Chest. Subscribe. We love you.
Hit the notification
Bye.
button. Share.
Subscribe, guys. Subscribe.
Peace out.